y'all. We're here tonight with Noah from Temple of the Fuzz Witch, a fucking fantastic Blackened Doom band out of Detroit. Noah, thank you very much for joining me on short notice tonight.
Of course, my pleasure.
Hell yeah. First, I'm digging the sleep poster there on the fucking
Yeah, yeah, that's an oldie. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, it's
Uh,
good.
so I don't know a lot about the band. Where did it or yeah, where and when did it start?
So I've always been into a bunch of metal. It started, like when I was a kid, when I was like 9, when I was introduced to CKY, Can't Kill Yourself, if you know them.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was like really into skateboarding and stuff. It progressed from there, but then I kind of got into some like some psych stuff and some indie stuff in my teenage years, and then I hated all the people that were surrounding me, pretty much. Just like with like the scene. Yeah, just fucking hipsters. Didn't like them. And I was like, I want to make the music that actually is what I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I had like some like fuzz rock, garage rock bands, but then I was like, I just need to take it to the next level, and then I met metal people, and then it was like, oh, I'm home.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, Temple of the Fuzz Witch started in 2017, a long time ago. It feels like.
And in
Yeah,
reality, not too long ago, really.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it feels like eternity though. So, but yeah,
Okay, so 2017, you guys released an EP. You've done two full lengths and have another one coming out this year. Is that
yeah,
right?
yep, correct.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, like that first EP was just kind of like really like acid bath influence stuff, I'd say. And then obviously sleep. But yeah. And then, it just keeps progressing, you know, make the writing stronger, different, change things up. So
Hell yeah. Well, so from the new one, the only thing I've heard is Ashes, and I fucking really dig that. I think that's solid. It's heavy, and you know, looking at some of the other stuff you guys have released, it to me it really looks like you guys have possessed progress
there, hey, that too.
that too, yeah. You guys have really progressed, and like Ashes has a really full and heavy sound that is just honestly, it's like all engulfing, just kind of takes you on this journey.
Yeah. It's a lot different from the other stuff. I got a new lineup in the band, and I mean, they're like the best dudes. We're like family. Like I've had several different lineups in the band, which have always fucking failed, and it was always me just doing everything, even like the recording, all the way to our online presence, which I mean, it's daunting.
Yeah.
So to like have some relief of that, and then to actually work with dudes that like per se aren't hired guns or posers, you know, that like give a shit about the music. They were fans of the band before
Right.
they even joined. So I mean it just like worked out. Yeah. Shout out to Joe and Taylor. They're the best. Yeah. Yeah, and we all have like kind of like different influences, but then yeah, that was like one song that song Ashes was originally a black metal song. Yeah. I wanted to turn Temple the Fuzz Witch into just a straight up black metal band.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, yeah, and I was like going through shit. And then, yeah, Taylor, the drummer, Joe plays bass. Taylor's the drummer. Yeah. Taylor like backed me off and he's like, hey, we got to slow it down, dude. You know, keep it like they're a real Temple thing. And I was like, okay. And then, yeah, Joe wrote the bass line for that song. And then, it's awesome.
Hell yeah. And
So that's what that is. Yeah.
well, it sounds fucking great. I've enjoyed it. I don't know, probably 20 times today.
Yeah,
Um,
we got another single out now, and then one coming out Thursday. The last
okay.
single before the album. Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
when does the album get released?
The 5th of April. Yeah.
Cool. So right
Yep.
before you guys go on your run.
Right after.
Okay.
Well, we do a couple like weekend runs next month with Whorehound, but yeah, what you're thinking about is the 26th we leave.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, with Restless Spirit, and then we'll hit up Lugo and shit. So
Yeah, that'll be a fucking fantastic show too.
yeah, I heard some from some of the boys down up here in Detroit that yeah, the Portal is pretty good.
Portals, yeah,
Pretty good
Portals,
venue. Yeah.
yeah. And you guys got Fairy Ring and Crop on that bill,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like they're both fucking fantastic. Fairy Ring is like probably one of my favorites right now. They're fucking they put on such a great show. They're tight as a band and they smoke a lot of fucking weed. So
Okay. Yeah. I always get shit for that because like all these dudes come up to me and then they go like at shows and they tell me, oh, do you want to smoke? And I just go, no, because I don't smoke really.
right. Me neither.
Which is weird. Yeah. Yeah. Um, but yeah, she is sick from Louisville. We played with them last time. They were fucking awesome.
They are every time
Yeah.
they fucking crush, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Um, so where'd you guys play before here?
Magbar, and then before that, it was years like 2019. It was like on like some like 2-inch stage. I forget. I always forget the name, but I
Like,
mean, it was cool. People rolled up. It was nice.
hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, cool. So Portal's it's a pretty new venue, but they've been putting on some really good fucking shows. The sound's good in there, and crowds are typically really good. So I've actually got a promotion going on right now where we're giving away 2 sets of tickets to the show you guys are playing.
Oh, sick. Thank you, man. Thank
So
you.
yeah, I'm really fucking excited. I've not seen you guys. I've not seen Restless Spirit. So I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this shit.
Yeah, yeah. Restless Spirit dudes, really good dudes. We played with them. They hopped on a show for us back last June in Brooklyn. So and then they returned the favor and asked us to come on tour with them. So I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And they've got a little thing, a few dates going with Pentagram, I think, coming up.
I know, yeah,
How
yeah.
fucking
They're really blown up. It's good.
yeah. Well, I think you
Yeah,
guys are too, like
not yet.
I feel like you are, like it's I'm hearing a lot more about you guys recently than I have in the past,
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
so every little bit helps. And the new album's coming out on Ripple, right?
yeah, yeah. Ripple.
Hell yeah. Like they've got a lot of good fucking bands too.
Yeah, Mothership.
Fire
Yeah.
Down Below, The Obsessed. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fucking company.
Yeah. He when we got signed to them, I initially we finished our album and then yeah, I sent everything to him and he's the owner. I'm not gonna drop his name or not, I don't.
Todd. Was it Todd?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Yeah. 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 I don't know if he's gonna be cool with that or not, but I mean, well, who cares? He's an open dude. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, I don't have any opening spots for any records or whatever, but I like it." And then all of a sudden, like 15 minutes later, I get this message back saying, "You're either the luckiest or unluckiest person because I just had a band drop off of yeah." So, and I was like, "Okay, we're in." Yeah,
Hell yeah.
immediately, and rest is history, I guess. So
That's fucking
So we
awesome.
got on that. We got on like on a whim, like But it's a cool story at least.
For sure. Like things happen for a reason. Some bands are
Yeah,
gonna drop off and they make room for new talent to come along and
yeah.
get out there and do their thing. So that's
I'm stoked that Haunted is putting out their next record through them too.
yeah.
You know, yeah. Do you know that band?
Not a whole lot. Like I've heard a couple of things, but
Super wind handy, really cool. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Give them a listen after this. Yeah,
For sure. I'll dig.
Haunted. Yeah, yeah.
That's why I like having these conversations because everyone's like, dude, this band is going really fucking good. And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to listen.
Another band. You can send me a message or whatever later, but from Detroit, that is, they do like doomy stuff, but they're really, I don't know how to quantify what they are. They got black metal elements, they got grindcore elements, they got doom elements, they got it. They're just the best. Fell Ruin, and they're
Okay.
from Detroit, so they're local. Yeah, they're super good,
Hell yeah.
super good, like amazing. They blow my mind. Yeah,
Right on. I'll definitely
yeah,
dig into them. I know
yeah.
like I'm a big Battlecross guy.
Okay,
Like I that was growing up, that was my bag was thrash. Um
yeah,
so like I said, I'm a little bit older, so like 80s, we were listening to a lot of like Slayer and God, Megadeth and Metallica and all that Testament, Exodus.
yeah,
Uh
yeah. Just all that original
yes.
thrash, real thrash. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then Battlecross came out. First time I saw them, they crushed it. They were coming off of Trespass America with God Forbid.
Okay,
So I was like, okay, and then I found out so a couple of the guys grew up in Canton, where that's where I fucking grew up, and I was like, oh, like hometown guys. All right, we're fucking
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Joe the bass player, and then myself. Yeah, we're huge boat thrower fans.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck yeah. It's
yeah,
nice to throw in a good mix of music.
yeah. I mean, we're all over the place. Taylor is like a hardcore originally drummer, so yeah. So there's like a lot more like up tempo stuff on the next record. Yeah, like I wrote all the drums, well, most of the drums for everything, and then Taylor just like did his thing. I was like, dude, just make it yours, and
Hell
he
yeah.
did. He did. Yeah,
That's
yeah, he's
fucking awesome.
yeah.
So what are the plans for the band over the next like 12 months?
We are going to be doing a split with a Canadian label called with another band called Zoom. They're uh they're from Quebec. They're cool. Like slow, heavy, harsh vocals. And then yeah, the label is called Black Throne Productions. The owner, Ryan Hilton, he's based out of Toronto. He's great, really easy to work with. So we're gonna have some new tracks out, like over like in like the fall time. And
Hell
then
yeah.
yeah, we're playing a Ripple Fest in September. Yeah, and we're gonna try to build a tour around that. So, we're working on that right now.
Hell yeah. Is that in Boston?
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Austin. I thought you said Boston.
No,
No, Austin.
I
Austin.
I did say Boston.
Okay.
Because I just saw a poster for I want to say there was another Ripple Fest just announced in like Boston or something like that. And I was
I didn't
like,
see that. That's cool though. Hey, get it around, you
and
know?
I could be like totally confused with other shit that I saw too. So
Yeah.
like yeah, it's you see it all I mean, I see it all day. It's like, oh, this show and that show and
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the hell's
exactly.
going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah.
Like there's the night you
Hey,
guys
Austin and Boston, close enough.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the night you guys are playing with Blessed Black, there's like four other shows going on around Louisville. And I'm like, at first I was like, I'm gonna go to one of these Louisville shows. And then like Murphy posted about that show, and I was like, I guess I'm going to Cincinnati. Like, fuck Louisville.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
forget it. Yeah.
And then uh Legalized Lex is on the 20th. The little festival in Lexington, which will be a lot of fun. Blessed Black will be on that, and Fairy Ring. Um, who? Howling Giant, Swamp Hawk, She.
Yeah, Swamp Hawk rules. Yeah, the dudes from Howling Giant are super nice too. Yeah, they've been making moves too. Howling Giant has been like getting on like some big tours, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, they're on with Gozu and the Obsessed right now.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting to see you guys get on some of those bigger tours.
Yeah, like the weird thing is like, we want to and we're eager to, but there's something in me that goes like, I don't really want to be associated with the doom scene as much.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Just different types of metal bands. So the new stuff I'm writing is like, a lot more like Black Death with doom elements.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like still trying to I got like this thing in my head where I just want to break out of something. I don't
Sure.
want to fit to anything.
Yeah.
Even though I just fucking put labels on
Whatever.
it.
Whatever. It's, that's I think the beautiful thing about music is you can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and
True freedom. It's true freedom.
yeah.
But yeah, like from what I've seen I mean, like I love all the doom bands and everything and like everything that's going on, but like it just feels the whole scene just feels so fucking stagnant, you know? Yeah.
I guess I could
I
see that a
I
little
mean
bit,
like
but the same could be said for like every scene.
yeah, you're totally right. Yeah. I mean death metal is saturated as hell right now.
Mhm.
So, well, yeah. But yeah, it's just like, try to blend everything that I've listened to into one thing.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm really interested to hear that, right? Like, because we've got like black metal, blackened death, blackened mellow death, right?
Yes.
Straight death metal. So to take those and throw in some doom elements and little little bit of whatever, like I'm here for it. I'll fucking listen.
Yeah, just make something weird. That's all it's about.
That's
Make it your
that's
own.
that's it. Let's get weird with it.
Yeah.
So, what started you into playing music?
I had to get piano lessons when I was 5 years old. But when I was 3 years old, I just knew that I wanted to play guitar. Yeah. Um, I got into piano lessons with my grandmother. I was forced to do that, and I was upset that I had to do that. And then I kept begging just to play guitar, and then I got my first guitar at the age of 8, and then it's just been history since.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Was there like a musician or a band that you heard when you were young and you were like, "Oh, that's what I want to do," or was it just like natural?
Uh, AC/DC. I remember my dad taking me into a guitar store when he bought a guitar. Um, yeah, and AC/DC was on one of like the TVs that they had, and I just went, oh, like my eyes lit up. I was just blown away. Yeah. Um, and then like the Gibson SG looks like devil horns, and I was
Yeah.
just totally just enamored by that. Yeah, it's a really good memory. And then yeah, and then my older cousin was listening to like Green Day and stuff, and then my dad one day played Nirvana, and I was like, oh, it just progresses and progresses and progresses. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's cool, right? Like especially those bands, right?
And then like the
AC/DC.
CKY thing. Yeah, as soon as like I heard CKY and Nirvana, like my mind just exploded. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole other world, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good shit. What was your first like concert experience?
I think it was Soundgarden actually, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Soundgarden. Yeah, I wasn't too pumped about it, but I mean, I liked them. But you know, yeah, it was Soundgarden.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
what year was it? Do you remember?
No, no. It was still in the DTE days, though.
Okay.
Yeah, DTE amphitheater days. Yeah.
There was a lot of years of DTE, and I'm so glad
Yeah.
they call it Pine Knob again.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, fuck yeah, it's about time.
Uh-huh.
Uh God. So first concert I went to at Pine Knob was Ozzy, Faster Pussycat, and Ugly Kid Joe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. God, that was
What year
30
was that?
91 maybe.
Shit, man. Okay. Yeah, so that's like No More Tears era, right?
Yeah,
Zach Wild. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was was that? I want to say that was Zach's first tour, but for some reason I don't think it really was. It may have been. Um,
Okay.
but I seem to remember they called it the No More Tours tour.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely saw yeah, you saw them during that time for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh God, that was, that was a really good first experience because I loved Faster Pussycat. I loved Ugly Kid Joe, and to be there, one of the neighbor kids, or one of the kids in my neighborhood, his dad was, they got tickets to the show for free, so it didn't cost me anything. And we were like seventh row, and it was
Oh,
fucking wild.
awesome, man.
Like, fuck, good times. Um,
Yeah.
so what what are some of your favorite venues around Detroit to play?
Sanctuary is always going to be number one. Um, yeah, they just book like the best stuff, like big bands, like even like last May, Possessed came through.
Yeah.
You know, uh, they do down there. They do everything from. I mean, it's like mostly like metal and punk. Smalls is really good too. Outer Limits is fun. Uh, Obviously, like the bigger ones like Majestic. Um, I'll go. I'll go on record saying "fuck L Club." So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. If you're gonna book a show there, don't. Yeah, the owner is canceled. He did some bad shit. Um, but yeah, like Majestic, Masonic is awesome. Yeah,
Yep. I love Smalls. I haven't been to Smalls in probably 14
yeah,
or
it's still
15
running, man.
years.
It's great, man.
Hell yeah. So last time I was there, you could park literally fucking anywhere and you didn't have to worry about getting a ticket or anything.
Different now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I just heard. And I was like, oh, well, good to know.
Yeah,
Next time I go to a show, park right.
yeah.
Uh, God, what a shithole that place was. Um,
It's nice now. They redid a bunch of shit. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on down there. The owner's super nice too. So
yeah. Oh, well, and I say shithole, but it's just like that area was always really
yeah, it was used to be a little bit sketchy. It's gotten a lot better these
right
days
on.
though. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Bunch
good
of
to
new
know.
businesses opening up, renovations. Yeah, people are nice. Just
Hell
like
yeah.
kind of like a different crowd of people live there now. It feels like
Yeah. Bunch of
a different
hipsters.
mentality. Yeah,
That's cool. Cause it was, God, what was the show? That last show that I went to there was GBH. Um,
okay,
that was probably June or July of 2010. That was a good fucking show.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was at the last GBH show at the Sanctuary actually back in June or May. Yeah,
Okay.
they always rip.
Hell yeah.
They're classic. Yeah,
For sure. They've been doing it for 40 years. They
exactly. Yeah, OG punks. Yeah,
for sure. So let's talk for just a minute. You guys got a run coming up with oh fuck. Hold on. I'm blanking. Help me out here.
Restless Spirit, and then
Yeah,
we're also doing those weekend shows with Whorehound.
that's it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in April though. Yeah.
So the Restless Spirit dates, what you've got, is it 5 or 6?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, like Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisville. Yeah. And
Uh,
then one more, I think. Yeah.
yeah, I think
I
you
don't know
guys
if
are
I'm counting. Yeah.
doing something in Ohio.
Youngstown? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too. All right.
I
Good.
always forget about every single Ohio date that we have. I don't know why.
It's
It
because
just always slips from my mind. It's just like it's too close in proximity to Detroit. So, yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's just Ohio.
you,
But
well,
yeah.
and you grow up like everyone else from Michigan, right? You're like, ah, fuck Ohio, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, your whole state's an afterthought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
Michigan.
yeah.
Michiganders.
Yeah, for sure. One of my best friends lives in Cleveland, and I give him so much shit, dude, because
Good. Keep giving them shit,
like
man.
I thought, funny enough, I thought for sure we were gonna see a Lions Browns fucking Super Bowl. Like, how great would that have been? The
Yeah.
two shittiest teams in NFL history both go to the fucking like,
Yeah. Yeah. Cleveland's cool though. They got the grog shop, that venue.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a cool spot. But yeah.
yeah, and the Agora's cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
The Foundry, yeah, they've got like Cleveland's got quite a few really cool little places.
Yeah.
Um, we did. Are you into like new wave British heavy metal bands?
No. Fuck
Okay,
no.
so I am. One of the bands I really enjoy is Night Demon.
Okay.
So they recorded a live album in 2017, and my daughter, who I gotta think, she's 17 now. That was 7 years ago, so she was 10 or 11 or whatever. Uh, we fucking drove up to Cleveland to go to the show so we could be part of that recording. It was just a really cool fucking memory to have with my kids, my whole family, really.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about, especially, when like they're that young. I mean, that's gonna make a lasting impact on their life, especially, if they want to get into metal or if they're into metal, you know. You
Yeah,
know.
I think she
It's a good
liked it
seed, it's a good seed to plant.
for sure. I think she liked it because, like her grandparents and her mom kind of religious. So Night Demon, and they've got a song called Satan. So we're like, where were we going? We were going to Minneapolis and driving through Illinois, and she goes, "Mom, you know what my favorite band is?" She goes, "What?" She goes, "Night Demon." She's like, she's like, "Oh, yeah, like that's cool." She goes, "You know what my favorite song is?" Jen goes, "What?" She goes, "Satan." She goes, "Oh my God,
Yeah, yeah.
don't you dare tell your grandmother that." And I'm just laughing my ass off. Like it was,
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
it
How
was
it
good.
always goes.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. So when you guys hit the road, are you taking a lot of merch with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Blind Dog merch. They do great printing. It's all direct to screen or DTG, direct to garment. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like super high res, and you can wash the shirts a bunch and dry them, and then they don't like if you like traditionally screen print them, like how shirts get like
Yeah,
band shirts.
flakes and
Yeah,
cracks and
yeah, that doesn't happen with these. So yeah, yeah, we got a bunch of like new merch coming out. It's gonna be good. Some long sleeves, death metal inspired.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Really seeing a lot of that like in bands currently. A lot of death metal inspired like long sleeves with the shit down the
exactly, exactly.
arms.
Yeah, it's coming back, man. I mean, it's been popular. Yeah,
Yeah,
at least within like the underground. So,
for sure. Blessed Black's got one. I don't know if they still have it, but they had one that was really fucking cool last year.
oh god, yeah, we got like hoodies too. Yeah, everything.
Hell yeah. How much are you taking out on the road with you?
I don't handle the merch. So, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
All right. No, that's totally
We're
fair.
taking out enough.
Okay. That's fair. Vinyl, are you taking vinyl with you?
We don't have any. We don't have much vinyl left from our repressing from Red Tide, but yeah, we don't have like obviously the new vinyl yet
Right.
for yeah the next album Apotheosis. So
Okay. Well, um, bring Red Tide with you. Save
yeah,
me one. I will buy one
okay,
from you at the show.
yeah, you got it, man.
Uh, Hopefully you guys sell out of all your fucking merch on this and you have to re-up.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we did back in our tour in October. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So where'd you guys go in October?
We played Tennessee Metal Devastation Festival. That's a really good people run that. It's like their second year of doing this, and I mean they're doing it again, but when we played, it was their second year. Um, we went to Columbus. Now I'm remembering Ohio because it's on my mind. Um, Minneapolis, Chicago, um, Louisville. That's where we met up with Swamp Hawk and Sheep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Madison, Wisconsin. Madison is awesome as fuck. Yeah, to play. Um, Detroit, Grand Rapids. Yeah, it was just another short run.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool though. Like shit, all those runs add up.
yeah, yeah. Just fit them in when you can.
Yep.
Yeah. My schedule, I can make it. Like whatever I want. But the other guys have like normal jobs. So yeah.
Yeah,
So it's tough to get PTO. So we make shit work when we can.
for sure. You guys have plans to do longer runs later in the year this year?
Not this year. Not well. Other than the we're trying to build something around the Ripple Fest
Yeah.
in Texas. Yeah, we want to do like a longer one, maybe like a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'll be
but it's
cool.
a lot of work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially when you guys are doing it yourself,
Hmm.
you know, uh trying to manage the business of a band and home life and everything. It's
Yeah, and then I'm trying to get hooked up with a couple of booking agencies, but you know we haven't put out an album in since 2020, so
yeah, well,
they don't want to bite. That's all.
yeah. Yeah, they definitely want someone who's going to be consistently putting stuff out a little
Yeah,
quicker
yeah.
and yeah, that's
Just the industry. After this album comes out, everything will be easier. So
yeah, well, and you get, again, you guys have Ripple behind you and I feel like Ripple
exactly.
when they take on a band, they give them a lot of support, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
Todd's the fucking best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool as shit. Uh, so how long did this album take you to write and record?
I've recorded this album. This is so the final product you're hearing is the fourth time that this album has been recorded. So the first time I did just like, a bunch of tape demos. After that, did I had like everything. I did a bunch of guitar scratch tracks that I was going to DI tracks that I was going to reamp, but I was like, I'm not happy with it. Fuck it. And then we went into the studio. I didn't like it, how it turned out. None of us were happy with anything. And then, yeah, we went to Bricktop in Chicago. And then it was the closest thing to what I would hear in my mind. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out Bricktop and Pete Grossman. Go to him. He's the best.
Hell yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
when did that process start?
Oh God. Some of the songs are newer on the album, but I'd say 2022. Yeah, like in March. Yeah, March or April 2022, I started like writing again. Cause like I took some life shit happened and then yeah, I was like almost wanted to quit Temple, and just stop making it, you know.
Yeah.
But then yeah, I was like, why not fuck it, you know. So I kept going. Yeah. And then but yeah, like all the songs were done. Ashes is actually the newest song off of that album. But
Okay.
yeah, so which is cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds fucking great.
but yeah, most of the songs are written in 6 months, but then they got, they, like I said earlier, like they got it was a bunch of like black metal stuff, but then we toned them down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then lyrics changed and yeah.
yeah, you start out with a theory and then you constantly edit it until you're like, okay, we're done with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the slowest album that I've ever made, but it's very refined, at least. So
So how do you feel with the finished product of it?
I'm happy with it. But the way that I work is I'm always thinking about like the next thing to come.
Hmm.
So it's like, okay, now I'm done with this album. you know? Yeah.
So have you
Yeah.
started writing for the next whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anything finished for that or just
Some demos,
okay?
just guitar tracks essentially.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna, I mean, I'm just doing that at home, just
Yeah.
really like sloppily and shit. So just like jotting down ideas essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. It's I think as a creative, right, the brain is always working. You've always got, something coming out. You've got to get it down so you can remember, okay, this is what I did here,
hmm
you know.
Yeah, it usually starts out like doing like a voice memo on my phone, and then I'll be like, if that's good enough, maybe I'll take it to, the computer and mic up the guitar amp, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. So where did the name Temple of the Fuzz Witch come from?
Really dumb story, to be honest with you. I was like throwing around a bunch of ideas with the original members of the band, and yeah, we couldn't like pick anything. Then eventually, I was just like, let's just make the most ridiculous name possible because that's like so unforgettable and it's influenced by Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where, and then it was like, we used fuzz pedals. Okay. We're into the occult stuff, witches, Temple of the Fuzz Witch. Yeah. Pretty
Hell yeah.
dumb.
Well, not really, because everything's got a story behind it, however grandiose or not it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that's like
That's it. Yeah.
that that's a
And it's
funny.
stuck. It's stuck. Yeah. Everybody was happy with it eventually in the band. Yeah.
eh,
They were like, oh, that's cool. We're young and dumb. Dumb name.
we're we're always young and dumb. That doesn't ever
Yeah.
change. Um, so as far as uh like your fan base, have you guys seen a pretty good increase in like album sales or just concert attendees showing up over like the last year or so?
Yeah, out of town, yes. Detroit, Doom is not fucking big here.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, I don't like playing local shows for some reason. I just don't. But yeah, like the everything like online and like the album sales have just been really good. So
Awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And like I
guess
said, like out of town stuff, that's where it's at. Yeah.
I think most
Detroit is not good for Doom right now.
no. Now
No.
I feel like Detroit's got a much
Like COVID killed all the Doom scene, I feel like.
okay.
Yeah.
That
It's been
sucks.
like that. Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
lot of fucking death metal bands though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck, a lot of them.
I know. I know.
I just talked with Jim Albrecht from Centenary.
Yeah, dude, dude, they rule. They're awesome though.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
like, yeah, they're one of like the few, yeah.
Yep. Then we
I
had
feel like I can't, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I love them. And they're all super nice too. They're good people.
Yeah, I've only ever talked to Jim, and I think so I've probably seen them 2 or 3 times. They played at a place down here. When they played, it was called Losers. It's called Wrong Side now.
Okay.
Um, they played with a local band from here, Stonecutters, who are
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I mean,
they're
like I know of them. Yeah.
yeah, they're really
Yeah.
good. Oh fuck, who else? Do you know Imminent Sonic Destruction?
No.
Okay, so they're a Detroit-based band, but they're in the Prague area.
That's why I don't know them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't like the prog shit either.
Yeah, that that's fair, dude. That's why we have all kinds of different music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So who are some of your like who are some of the bands that you're listening to right now that you think other people should listen to?
Oh God. Like Fell Ruin, is always Electric Wizard. They're the best. Dissection. Some other I'd have to pull up my Spotify. I'm just going off of just what I normally say because those are like the biggest influences for me. But
Okay.
Chained to the Bottom of the Ocean, they're very cool. Uh, Temple of Void, they're a Detroit band. They're very cool.
They're good, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Mammon, yeah, they're
How
a Detroit black metal band.
how is it
They're really
spelled?
cool. Mammon.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just shouting out the scene as much as possible. Who else? I've been listening to like the Meat Bodies a lot over like the past like few days. They're like a psych band. Yeah.
Okay.
From San Francisco. Yeah, they just put out a new album. Yeah, I've just been listening to that on repeat. Yeah, I like all that kind of shit. Who else?
That's so I've been like that with Fire Down Below, like that Low Desert Surf Club is what a great
Yeah.
fucking album.
Hell Ripper. Listen to Hell Ripper.
Okay.
Really good thrasher. Um, yeah, they're always on constant repeat. Yeah,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know what else to say. I have to pull up my Spotify. I'm not
Nah,
going to pull it up right now.
that's good. I think we've got some fucking good bands to check out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Uh, so make sure you check out Blessed Black too if you've not listened to them.
yeah. I will. Yeah.
Um, Asunder, the latest single, is like it's God, it's so fucking good. And Murphy, like his voice is so fucking powerful, dude.
Hmm.
The band's super tight, put on a great show. Uh, Looking forward to seeing that.
Awesome, man.
Have you checked out Fairy Ring?
No, I haven't yet. No.
Okay. So
Yeah,
they're
I live a pretty isolated life, you know,
yeah,
live under a rock in my own world. So it's like whatever happens with the tour, I mean, yeah,
that's fair.
it's not like, like I like shit on like the other bands or don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like if I'm in person with you, we're gonna get
Sure.
along. But yeah, I just stay away from people for the most part. I don't look at my phone much. Yeah,
Good
it's
for you.
like yeah, and I just happened to look at your message yesterday, so and here
So
we are.
yeah, it it
Yeah,
worked out.
yeah,
Yeah. I was
yeah.
like, I get it. Like it's a lot different for me. Obviously, I do this and I'm always reaching out to bands like, hey, you want to
Yeah, it's
fucking
totally yeah.
do it? But I also like my day job is I'm constantly on my phone because I do
Okay.
I'm a realtor.
Okay,
So
cool. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it pays the bills, right? Allows me
Yeah,
to
that's what it's all about, right?
do fun
Yeah.
things. Yep. Uh, so you said you're a sound engineer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
That's
work?
when if it's work related shit, that's when I'll actually look at my phone. But everybody tells me that I'm the tough in my personal life. Everybody tells me I'm the toughest person to reach. So,
Yeah, that's funny. So
yeah.
what do you work at a studio?
Yeah. That Rock Sound. Yeah, I'm an engineer there, and then I'm one of the engineers. I tour, and then I'm one of the engineers at the Sanctuary in Detroit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yep.
Were you there at the Origin show?
I was. Yeah, I
Oh,
did sound for that. Yeah,
oh,
it was
right on.
cool. Yeah,
I would have liked to see that. I really like Inhuman Condition.
yeah, they're awesome. Them too.
Yeah. God, that would have been a
Oh,
great
by the
fucking.
way, I've been listening to Blood Incantation a lot lately.
Oh,
If you want
love
to go,
those dudes. Yeah.
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 Yes. What Secrets of the Human Race? That album? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's been on repeat too.
I
A
just saw
lot.
them with Cannibal Corpse and Gore Guts and
Oh,
Mayhem.
fuck yeah.
What a fucking bill that was, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny thing, my bassist and I were talking about how much we hate Cannibal Corpse, but respect them as musicians earlier.
I fucking love them, dude.
Dude, I hate them. I hate them so much. They're so, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, dude, again, right? Like it's literally everyone's got their own taste. You don't have to
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's the beautiful thing about music. Like I fucking love them. I've probably seen them live 50 times at this point, and if I can see them another 50, I'll be happy as a fucking pig in shit.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, they got that like cult following that's like just completely legendary, though.
Yeah,
You know, but yeah, Gorguts is awesome, though.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And Mayhem, dude. I was like, that's I went specifically because I wanted to see Mayhem. I'd never seen him live. And Blood Incantation, literally from that fucking first note, dude, I was enthralled with their set.
Yeah, they're amazing.
So fucking good.
Yeah,
Uh,
very unique.
yeah.
Yeah.
I and I was surprised that like Louisville's a rock and roll town, but when it gets into heavier stuff, we generally don't sell out larger venues, right? We're stuck in smaller venues.
Okay.
And I say smaller venues. I mean like sub 1,000 people, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
When we're talking about like Cannibal Corpse, but that fucking show, I think it was at a 2,000 capacity venue and it fucking sold out in like no time.
Awesome. Hey, people come out.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good to hear. Seriously.
Yeah. Hopefully we can fucking get a solid crowd for you guys at Portal on the 30th.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, the
12.
last time we went through Louisville, it wasn't. That was like the weakest show.
Ah,
Yeah, but then pre-COVID, it popped off when we played in Louisville. Yeah, weird. I'm about. It's still like just kind of baffled me. That's all.
well, like Louisville's, as of late, I'll say over the last like 2 years, when one show gets announced, there ends up being a multitude of shows
Yeah,
all at the
yeah.
same time. So it's like, what the
Okay,
fuck? Like, can we just like say, okay, this
spread
is
them
the
out. Yeah.
yeah, this is the big tour that's coming through. Let's all go see that one and support these bands.
Hmm.
Um, I think so Child Bite was just at Portal. They had a pretty decent crowd. God, those guys always put on a good fucking show
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Um, what show do you think on your next run will be the best show, or what show do you hope will be the best show?
I honestly think that the Tennessee show should be pretty good because we played down there uh last October, but then there's like a lack of metal. and like people are really hungry for it down there. So yeah,
Okay.
I think that that one would be pretty good. So that's like the first one. Yeah, or our Ohio show because people always come out in Ohio for us because we've been popping down there, for since like whatever 2018.
Yeah.
So yeah, we made a lot of runs for them.
Yeah. Well, and Ohio's pretty close to home, you know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, same thing. Yeah,
So yeah, that's fucking cool. Um, where in Tennessee are you guys playing? Do you know off the top of your head?
Chattanooga.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like southeast of Nashville.
Yeah, not too far from
Yeah,
Hotlanta.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe next time you guys get into Atlanta, they've got some. I feel like that would be a pretty good scene to hit.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, Tommy Stewart's Direwolf was down there, and his Black Doomba record label, and them. So yeah, they're based out of there.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
they've always been, like he's like at like every single Doom festival, like promoting his shit, and he's a nice guy. So yeah,
That's how you gotta fucking do it every time you get a chance.
yeah,
Here's
yeah.
my
You're right.
shit.
Yeah,
That's good. Um, all right, Noah, I'm gonna I'm gonna say thanks, dude. I greatly appreciate
yeah.
you
You
coming
got it,
to hang
man.
out and bullshit with me tonight.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you here in a few days. Um, any final thoughts?
Not really.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Have a great night.
Yeah. You too, man.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you.
See ya.